Hey, hey. Happy Friday
Happy.
13th.
Hello, everyone.
It's fitting, isn't it, that it's Friday the 13th?
It is.
It is.
Can I give Heather a quick shout out? Heather, girl,
Great.
you were the sweetest thing, and you're always trying so hard to get along with everybody. When you started cussing people in that chat yesterday, I lost it. I lost it. We love you, Heather.
We were in our Discord saying, look, when Heather's saying something, because you do, Heather tries her best to get along with everybody.
She really
And,
does.
yeah. And when she's done, she's had enough. It's you. Okay. It's you.
When Heather fires up the caps, then there's a
You're
real
low,
issue going
Pearl.
on.
Pearl,
Yes, darling?
your volume's low.
Live. She was good right before we hit live.
I know. It was great.
Hey, Dree.
Hey, Dree.
Hey, Nico.
Hey,
Dree makes me laugh all the time. I've really enjoyed having her around. She
Yes,
she
I
does make me laugh.
Yeah.
She's funny. Hey, Nico. Amanda.
Very.
yesterday we're saying
It's good to
that
have you all here. We don't do this on Friday very often.
no, but I got timed out yesterday for saying a naughty word, and then people were saying, "No, Julie. I mean, Lexi didn't say that," and I'm like, "Yeah." Well, I couldn't tell them. Yeah, I did.
Because you
I
were
did.
timed out.
Yeah, I was timed out, so I couldn't tell them. Yes, I own it. I own
The
it.
first time Bugsy busts out with a naughty word in a chat and she got timed out.
She
Golly,
won't
at
even
least give
say
her
her
a
middle
warning.
name.
No, I won't say my middle name.
And then
I'm-
she.
I will in 3.5 more minutes.
Right? That's why I said I won't say what I called corn dog. So
Get along wants to know what the word is without.
a-hole.
Yeah. That ain't even bad. Oh my God.
No, I don't think of it as bad. But he
No.
is. I was just telling the truth.
Yeah, of course you were,
I
Bugsy.
told him not to talk to me either. And then I was told, "What are you, the queen?" I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I just,
Bow down.
Everyone knows that's Pearl.
hi, lip luck.
Hey, Lip Lock. Oh, Lip Lock, I cannot wait to watch your video. I've got it and I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was good. But while we're waiting on Pearl, y'all see the
Magpie.
title.
How am I sounding now?
Still a little bit low.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little bit.
I don't understand what is going on with this
It
headset.
seems to be
Okay.
going in and out.
That
It'll
was a
go
little
good and then it'll go down.
We have a special guest joining us in a moment, too. Guest Jerk Wee.
But while we're waiting, y'all see the title.
Hi, Shuby Mom.
Yes, hey everybody. Yeah, is it charged? Well, she dropped down. She'll be back. Susan. I'm going to just get some of this off my chest now.
Wait. Before you go there. Hey,
Uh-huh.
Kim.
Oh,
Go
you.
Hey, Kim. Hi, Jesse. Magpie.
And shout out to the watch parties.
Yes.
I
I did
adore
that for Kim.
Magpie. Magpie's amazing.
Anyway, Susan, honey.
Hey, girls.
Huh? Did you say something? There's Pearl. Okay, Pearl. I can't hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't hear anybody else. Do you hear me? Am I here?
Went on mute.
Okay, we're all here. Go ahead and speak.
We
Pearl.
just did sound check right before we came in.
Is that any better?
Much better.
Okay, excellent.
Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead, Pearl.
Where should we
Six
start?
Huh?
Where should we start?
With Susan. Susan, you shouldn't have let these people gas you up. Let me get this out real quick. Susan, when you went live that second time, you sounded like you were reading from a script and you sounded so ridiculous. First of all, we don't watch you. So it's really weird that you even brought us up. And let me say this, I'm going to give it to Pearl and then I'll get it in where I can. Subscribers only mode. Yeah, we got it on subscribers only mode. As do many people now. I don't know what you're thinking you're pulling there with the whole heels in the, what was it? I always call it heels in the air live that we did. We thought we were going to take a hit there. So it being on subscribers only mode was to keep the channel focused and the comments focused. But anyway, I'm going to let Pearl handle you and I'll get back to you.
Okay. Yesterday, Susan did 2 separate lives, a longer one and then the shorter one. I believe she had internet problems. And several times throughout the lives, the jerks became a topic of conversation. And it was quite strange. I was originally contacted by someone who said, Susan's got some bee in her bonnet about you all and about this business with heels in the air. So I went back and had a very quick listen. I went back 2 hours, listened to the 5 minutes that they were referring to. I thought, oh, well, it may be a mistake. I mean, she was talking about JLR being in our Discord and giving us everything, which is just beyond bizarre. We've never had any contact with JLR. We originally researched a tweet that he sent, but that is the sum total, and that's not contact. That's us reading a tweet. We did the research ourselves. So I thought, well, I'll go in and say to her, that's not right. And she was immediately on massive defense to the point of attack, I would have said. And of course, it was nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. And you all know, if you regularly listen here, and I get the same attitude from Purple when things have happened, sort of catch the link. I don't appear on this channel after 1 a.m. unless it's extremely special circumstances like a holiday, because I have people who've got to get up every morning and go to work here. This is quite a small house. I can't move round to other rooms with the same convenience as most people, okay? I am in the place that I'm comfortable, and that's the place that I need to be. It also happens to be quite close to where people are sleeping, and I am not going to interfere with their sleep in order to get up in the middle of the night and go on panel to argue with you. It's not happening. You have the convenience of living on your own. If I was in that situation, I would argue with you happily in the early hours of the morning, but that's not the case, so it doesn't happen. So I said, oh, well, I'll come back at a time when I can come up on panel. And something happened, your internet stopped, you disappeared and you left Tony up there. And then later on, you came back. I didn't hear that 25-minute live immediately. That's the one that we've actually got that we're going to look at, because it pretty much sums everything up. And then when you came back, you were all over me with some of the most bizarre accusations, and one of which involved me throwing a wheelchair out of an aeroplane. Okay, pretty sure that was a joke from a cartoon advert, but knock yourself out. You've obviously got all the facts. And I couldn't come up on that panel either. And obviously I had missed the opportunity to reply in the chat because you'd already finished. So I wrote in the comments underneath, I very much look forward to joining you on panel, Susan.
Oh boy.
And I've waited all day. And I've got to the stage now where it's like, okay, I gave you the chance to talk to me about this. You could have contacted me. Plenty of people have my details. You could have replied underneath that comment. No, so you obviously don't want to. So in which case, I'll talk about it here, because I'm not just going to leave these stupid comments hanging in the air. Where you say that you have watched me and you see right through me and I'm a fake and I'm this and I'm that. Am I really, Susan? Do we really want to swap our opinions of each other and what we've viewed over time? I'm happy to do that if you are. If you feel that you want to join us on panel, let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we want to start?
She's still blocked from a couple shows ago. She may be.
I haven't blocked her, but she
Check
might
that.
be.
Yeah, because she was doing
I think she was blocked because she
yeah, and also the
given her final goodbyes over and over.
The insinuations that anybody from this channel called a welfare check on you, dream on. I don't call an ambulance for me. I'm not wasting an ambulance time on you, darling.
Well,
I
she's
know
lost
that
her
this is a constant cycle with you. If other people want to waste their time, money, and energy phoning paramedics and wasting their time, they can. But I promise you, as a person who's never been in an ambulance, oh, no, that's a lie. I've been in an ambulance once. I managed to get to hospital no matter how sick I am in somebody's car. I'm not wasting a paramedic on you acting up. I promise you, no one from this panel phoned any welfare check on you. And if seriously, it's actually a serious accusation, get the details. Sorry, that infuriates me.
Yeah. Listen to somebody lie or misconstrue things with such ease and such convenient timing has definitely exposed a lot more than Susan Bennett ever thought she was going to. So thanks, Susan. I love the fact that you thought going at Pearl would be your little golden nugget. I meant my offer, Susan. If you want to come at me all day, every day, and would just leave your family out of it, you could happily do so. I would never have responded. Never. Because I keep my word, unlike the people that you choose to associate yourself with. But coming at Pearl, because she is intelligent and has a sense of humor, to say that's ridiculous would be a vast understatement. And I'm sorry, Susan. I'm sorry that you've got yourself in the state you're in, but you put yourself there. Nobody else did.
We got to listen to it, but I've got to say, you keep making the point that people in the UK don't speak like me. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. We're a diverse country where, accents can differ in the space of 50 miles. So I don't really understand what your point is. What does a British person sound like? As far as the UK goes, we, who you just heard, is a UK accent. I'm a UK accent. King Charles is a UK accent. Stormzy is a UK accent. David Attenborough is a UK accent. Jimmy Nail is a UK accent. Enchanted Life Path.
Oh, that's where I was going to.
Enchanted Life Path lives an hour and a half away from me. We are very different accents. So what do you mean by that?
Pearl, I was checking if you're hungry.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Susan, but given how rude you were to we, I'm going to go there. More people in England sound like me than sound like you.
I can't understand Susan, and it's not because of her accent. Yeah, I can't understand.
I'm native to this country. I'm indigenous. To say that my accent is fake, well...
She said that your accent was fake.
People in the UK don't speak like me.
Susan,
and she
you
went
need
on to amplify that I swallowed the dictionary as well.
Yeah.
Which again...
That's why I gave her dictionary cake, because, she eats dictionaries.
People in the UK don't speak like me. How many people do you hang around with, Susan, that did English at degree level and philosophy at degree level? The people that I hang around with are quite content to understand the words that I use. So does this chat. I'm sort of at a loss to know exactly what you mean by that I'm somehow fake by using the words that I use. I mean, this is alive and this is my voice.
This is how
Do
Pearl
you,
speaks. This is
is
how
it,
she speaks behind the scenes. Are you okay?
do you think I'm using a voice changer? Is this some sort of bizarre ventriloquist act where you don't even see the puppet? I mean, what the? I don't understand your thought process. I mean, do you think that I've got somebody whispering words in my ear and they can predict exactly what sentence I'm going to say and hand me a handy word that I can just drop in there? Or
No,
do you think
Pearl.
that I've got some exceptional Google skill that in like 2 seconds or 0.5 of a second, I can find the right word, look it up, look up the meaning, slot it into a sentence and hit the unmute button? I mean, it's just bizarre.
Pearl, it's the dictionary that you swallow it before every live. Come on.
To me, though, however, Pearl, speaking of whispering in somebody's ear, to me, that's how Susan sounded last night on that live stream because she was talking very reckless about things she knows nothing about. To me, it sounded like Susan was gassed up by a couple of dummies and she just got on there and started rambling. It was actually quite embarrassing because she didn't make any sense at all. So, who you been talking to, Susan? And you're unblocked. I went backstage and unblocked you, Susan. So you can type in the chat if you want.
The
And
play was very obvious. The play that was being made there
oh yeah,
was very obvious. Susan, go ahead. Show all your receipts of the things that you were claiming, girl. Because Pearl Purple's going to have a hard time over there mocking up all sorts of nonsense because I already have proof of your mods being part of that group. So if you want to do that, we can. But I have not done that. Anybody who knows me knows that I could have done this weeks ago. Dangle those people out there for the feeding frenzy on YouTube, and I haven't done it. If you choose to make that happen, that is your responsibility, not
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. So be careful who you got in your ear gassing you up because you sound stupid. You really do. And I won't take that back. You sound really dumb.
and
Tony, you
the
sound
way that
really
you
dumb.
chose to pick, the way that you chose to pick it, by dealing with the whole Northern Ireland thing, saying that she's not Irish. The island bit in the Northern Ireland is a bit of a giveaway there. The island of Ireland is one piece of ground. Just because over millennia, other countries have created a situation where Northern Ireland has become a war zone between two factions because of people who want it to be one country and people who want it to be another. And that you would use that against somebody is disgusting. Very much like people who throw out domestic terrorism as some casual comment. It might be a casual comment in America. It gets people blown up in Northern Ireland. And you might want to consider that before you start throwing things around. You people are so quick to consider hyperbole. You know, the stupidity of a comment like having somebody's head on the bonnet of your car, whatever the American term is.
Hood.
That or me saying high five with a chair to the face, which is a very old comment. Oh, but now you say it's a real and credible threat. You're ridiculous. Real and credible threat is calling somebody a domestic terrorist when they live in a country where people actually have car bombs put under their car. People disappear off the street. People lose their kneecaps because of insinuations that they're involved with different sectarian groups. It's a very real thing.
Do you think, though, that they really believe that people mean that when they say that? Or are they choosing to just do the fake outrage? Because it
They're
really
choosing
is.
to be outraged. I don't believe that it's
Yeah.
genuine for a moment. I think
It's
it's
so odd.
absolute bullshit and reaching.
It's so obvious. I don't know how they can't see that it's obvious to everybody else. You're not really upset or outraged by the comment. What you're upset and outraged about is that you're embarrassed because you got called out on something. It's nothing else like you're trying to make it become. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. Do
This
better.
is just like a different, slightly different angle of all the bullshit that we've dealt with over several weeks. The whole international grooming network
Right.
farce. You are all taking that so seriously, so seriously. What about the kids? Meanwhile, the actual person who owns the channel you're covering for, she's disappeared.
Yeah.
But you're still plugging her business by showing off all the pens that you've got from her and name dropping the fact that she's got this business. But you don't want to talk about the whole Mystery Angels thing. Yeah, if you were really that concerned that this was a genuine international grooming situation, you would have more to say to somebody who is close enough that she hangs around with you, was the manager of Susan's channel. You plug her channel selling stuff, you have her phone number. But no, you have to make it about Griffey and Stella and all of us and all the other people that have been named in this ridiculous. I mean, really, I don't have words for the ridiculousness of it. It's just.
I know. There is a loss of words for it's just so stupid. That's all I can say. It's so dumb.
Most of it is stupid, and then there's a lot of it that is very personal, because if somebody accuses you of being something as vile as a person who would violate the rights of a child, that's a very personal thing. That's something I'm not going to get past.
No,
People take
exactly.
this stuff seriously, and also people are idiots. When you have a situation, Wales is the country right next to England, also part of the UK.
Yep.
Very famously, in the last decade, a paediatrician, that's a doctor of children, a medical doctor who treats children, paediatrician, moved into an area in Wales, and idiots who don't understand that paediatrician and paedophile are two very fucking different things.
Good God, yeah.
Put graffiti all over her house and set fire to the back of it. She could have died because idiots don't understand how words work. And people think they have the right, without any actual fact, to act on allegations of interfering with children. But you throw all this stuff out there like there's no downside to it.
Well, there is, and I promise you, people don't forget. The internet's forever, remember?
Yeah. This is more than just I don't like you, you don't like me, we're going to fall out kind of a situation. This is more than just calling a few names. You've openly accused me of multiple crimes. You've accused those people that I associate of multiple crimes, all without proof. While, as Pearl had just said, the people that you associate yourself with on the closest basis were also part of the same situation. So you can't pick and choose. Either it is or it isn't. It is all whatever you have decided it is, which I don't even want to repeat the words of because it disgusts me that much. Or it's not. You can't choose to save certain people and not others. So the fact that you're using in all of this to settle some petty agenda is pathetic.
We see right through you, Susan. And I put you in the same boat I put Tony in. I'm done. You're trash. You're trash. You don't want to do better, so you're not going to be better. You're going to stay like that. Drinky, drink, 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 drink. You think we don't know? Everybody knows. You're not fooling a damn soul. You're not. Your little games of playing with your family, when you know you're not supposed to speak of it and people try to gently ease you the other way, you got a one-track mind and you blame everybody else. We're sick of it. You treat your moderators like it's their job. You paying them, Susan? You're not. You treat them horrible. You play wrench games. You're awful. You're not a very nice person. You're just not.
Nope. And
And
Tony, girl, you might want to stay off of us because I'm telling you, this ain't what you want. Nobody over here has done anything to you. Matter of fact, we probably did too much for you. But if you notice, I stepped back off you months ago because I didn't feel like it was a good place to be to encourage you. I don't know, just the way your lives were. I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And I just backed off. Now you're doing the same thing Susan is doing. And I explained this the other night. Just because you have made your little friends with them over there again, that's fine. Okay. Do that. But here's what you shouldn't do is put down everybody that was there for you when those people were putting you through hell. That's not what, for me, that's not what this is about, who you're friends with now. That I don't care because I know what's going to happen. And I kind of feel sorry for you. And then again, I kind of don't. What the problem for me is how you treat people and the lies you tell. You just get up there and you run your mouth. God almighty, the things that come out of your mouth are so ignorant. And you, like with Heather, I'm sorry to bring you into this, Heather, like with Heather last night in Susan's chat, trying to explain to you about the Veloma thing and that she's not talking about you. She's not talking about your child. And don't tell me anything about what I'm saying, your child. When she was trying to explain that to you, you read everything wrong. You could never make fun of Purple, Tony, because your reading comprehension skills are horrible. Is that a threat? Did you say that? Tony, just stop. Be friends with who you want to be friends with, but leave everybody else alone and trying to pretend like they're coming for you because nobody's coming for you. But when you say stupid stuff, I will call you out on it. The end.
Can I just pick up on what Limey is saying here on the comment that I've highlighted? You're absolutely right, Limey. I was confused there. What happened was the doctor had come from Wales, that's right, and had moved to Portsmouth. But yes, we're talking about somebody torching a house because they think a paediatrician is a paedophile. But yeah, let's just casually throw out comments about child grooming. I'm sure it won't be a danger to anybody.
Exactly, Autumn Renee. The fuck? Veloma rarely, and the couple of times she lost her cool, never comes for folks. Let alone grieving mothers. Not sure what was. Is somehow this
she's
Tony,
not.
Yeah.
Tony is trying to. Tony has a little bit of what Heidi has, and that's why I love it for them being on the panel together. I love it for them both
because they like to one up each other.
They do like to one up each other. They like to be the star of the attention. They will overtalk each other, trying to be the one. And Tony is what Veloma's doing isn't about you. Me. What she is talking is in general.
Me.
All grieving parents out there. She is saying that they should not be attacked. What is happening?
You're not the only one.
Right. You're not the only one, honey.
Lost a child.
There's a lot of them.
I desperately want it to be just about you, but I am so sorry, Tony. It's not.
Your situation got Veloma's attention.
And you were okay with it. You were okay with it when you wasn't good with those other people. But you know what? Veloma barely brought you up. And you are just so desperate for it to be a thing. Why don't you just make your little friends, keep them, stay over there, and not worry about anybody else?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to rub Purple's nose in it every chance I get.
Okay.
I'm going to rub your nose in that shit every time. You went on for 8 months, guys. That was horrible. you do not do stuff like that.
Nope.
Yep. Day in, day out, another live about the same people, and now having them all on panel together and they're all living their
Or
best
encourage-
life. And we
yes.
are so happy for you. That is great. None of us are trying to take that away from you. I love the fact that you think that our lives revolve around you. It doesn't. If anything, we have ran interference for months
Too
from
many
people
times.
who wanted to attack
Absolutely.
you people.
Good question. Oh, where did it go? Same shit. And who the hell is using anybody? That is a good question. And I told you the other night, Tony, to get your little handy dandy notebook out and write it down. You haven't done that yet, like I asked. But I don't suspect that you will. Nobody used you.
Tony?
Yeah. Tony claims that she
For
was
what?
used.
She'd be used
Exactly.
for what?
For
For
what?
subs? For her subscribers? What?
I have no clue. I don't think she does either.
She needs to borrow $1 and go buy a clue.
Oh, let me say something real quick. Susan, back to you and this heels in the air thing, which I don't think you're really briefed on. I don't think you know how that even went down. And I'm not even going to bother to try to explain that again. Pearl already has. But you mentioned us having it on subscribers only mode that night. Yeah, we did. As we do now, as you do every time, Susan. I don't really watch you, but anytime I've went over there because I'm not subscribed to you, I can't comment because you got it on subscribers only mode. Anyway, the reason we had it on subscribers only mode is again to keep the focus on what we were talking about. It was a serious topic. We didn't want a bunch of trolling. Matter of fact, also, Susan, you said that we did that for subscribers. Let me correct you once again. We thought our channel would take a hit. We thought we were going to burn our channel down with that whole heels in the air. So
That's right.
again,
We feel
you're
so
wrong.
strongly about what she was doing and how wrong it was. We were willing to close up the channel if that's what happened, because we went up against heels who had far more. We had 800 subscribers at the time.
Yeah, she had 20 times the subscribers that we did at that point. And
she was friends
and
with
is a
Queen
very
Bee.
popular, very popular channel.
And
So,
we've
yeah.
also seen in this sector, unfortunately, a lot of people are okay with racism. So we didn't think we were going to come out looking good at all. So again, Susan, you're wrong.
And
what
also,
we choose
remember,
to talk about. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Pearl.
We're moving from a channel that had over 3,000 subscribers. We'd already got 800 subscribers in just a few weeks. We were already going to build the numbers up just from people moving over. So again, that's a farcical element to the whole argument. People only had to subscribe if they wanted to comment in the live. There was a separate video full of information that nobody had to subscribe to view. Nobody had to subscribe to leave comments. Nobody had to subscribe to leave comments after the live. Nobody had to subscribe to watch the live. The only thing they had to subscribe for was to comment during the live.
Right.
That is such a minuscule amount of what actually happened that if it wasn't for the fact that this has obviously been a topic of conversation between you and other people, and seriously, if that's all you've got to talk about, darlings, get a life.
You
I
need it.
I just can't understand it.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
they
we
don't understand. They don't understand how YouTube works. There's a replay. Like you don't have to be subscribed to a channel to watch it, to watch the channel. Are y'all okay over there? I've got questions.
If we wanted to control that information and keep it as purely a lead to make sure that everybody came to our channel, we wouldn't have made it available for other people to use, as several people did. And we said to them, you don't need to speed it up. You don't need to bother about fair use. We are not going to strike over it. We think it's important stuff and it needs to be out there. We could have tried to control that much more tightly if that had been our aim. It wasn't. But you want to see it that way. And in fact, if that was the case, we wouldn't have then gone on to do any other sort of very difficult topics. Like very recently, we talked about Faith Davidson, who was the
Yep.
cannibal troll that Prayer Garden had up on her channel. And we did quite a deep dive into his background and everything about him and the way that he uses identity and his poisonous trolling. And we haven't heard anything from him, have we? Had to
Nope.
move to another sector because we know too much about him now.
We've taken on several, I feel like, since we've been the jerks. Y'all, the jerks, not the circle's gone, the jerks. I feel like we've taken on several hard topics that a lot of people don't even want to touch. So,
And we've done it with the receipts to back up what mostly
Always.
Pearl was talking about. Yeah. We don't just go up there and say, oh, look over there, bad, 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 and not show you why. So
people don't respect that anyway. The people know when you're feeding them bullshit. So when you come on here with allegations, you want to bring the people the proof.
And contrary to the way that certain other people have tried to portray it to be, the jerks were also very careful to not allow either the discussion on Hails in the Air or Faith Davidson or any of the other people that they have covered to turn into a pylon situation. They have been very careful to keep it focused on the topic at hand, the situation at hand, and that is it. There hasn't been 48 other lives about a thing to just pick and poke at anything they
Right.
do in their lives. They have been very careful. So for somebody to start saying, oh, you're trying to get viewers into your channel because of it, no, if that was the case, they would have done exactly that. There would have been a whole series. That information about Hails in the Air was out publicly for everyone to have access to for weeks.
Yep.
It's very strange to me that anybody would try to portray that as Susan did the other day of JLR dropped something in their Discord. Where is your proof, Susan? I cannot
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah,
That will
please
be
show
a
us
joy.
how he got into our Discord because security's pretty tight and we don't like the little feller.
Oh my
The
God,
logic-
Six Up's in our Discord. Could you see Six Up now if that little feller was in? Shit.
The logic defies belief. Yes, a man who is publicity hungry with a far bigger channel than ours decided to take some juicy information and hand it over to a tin pot little channel to deal with it. I mean, it defies logic. Listen to yourself. Also, I feel affronted because I spent a fucking long time researching and
Yes,
working
you
out the
did.
process of going between linking all those videos and proving the pathway and putting it in a video. Do you know how long it takes to put 17 and a half minutes of
She
video
doesn't have a
together?
clue.
Not
She
a clue.
doesn't have
And
a
I did
clue.
that in 24 hours.
Pearl did so much.
I mean, you can go back and look at the work that was done on that. All the links are there. Everything is there. It is all sewn up so nicely. You can go link, see for yourself. It's all there. So don't ever discount the amount of effort that Pearl put into that.
But
Don't
they
you
will.
dare.
They
On
will.
a personal note, though, I would
Well,
also like to
idiots
say-
will.
Yep.
Yeah, idiots will. On a personal note, I would like to say that Susan, I wouldn't consider you more than a passing acquaintance, but on one Friday afternoon when you were very upset about people talking about getting information about the situation around your children and you not having them or whatever that situation is, I don't know, I don't really care. But you were concerned about the fact that people were saying the information could be sought out and made public. And we and I sat on that panel with you, and I explained exactly how the court system around family courts in the UK works, how controlled it is, how you can make sure that not even extended family members can come into the court, let alone read the details. and reassured you, and you were quite tearful and grateful. And I just think, I've never done anything to you, Susan.
No, none of us have.
We has always tried to be kind to you and tried to stop you stepping into a bigger hole. And you took offence at that and insulted her in a really egregious way. I mean, attacking
was-
somebody's fundamental identity is just classless. I mean,
I felt like it was too much. Like she was trying to show out for somebody, is the way it came off to
Mhm.
me.
Well,
Like-
you know what she did? She burned a whole bunch of bridges
She
that
did. Yeah,
nobody's going to build back, you know?
right. Right.
well, yes, you do have a point.
And yet Pearl still makes it sound classy as all heck, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And yes, she let out a little swear word because I wrote the script for tonight. Sorry about it.
Yes. Wheeze in
I
our
am
ear.
an educated person who was born on a council estate, which is the equivalent of a, was it a Project 8, is it? What's the term for
Section
state?
8.
Section 8, that's
Oh,
it.
Section
8, well, the project, Section 8 housing. The equivalent of that in the middle of England, in a place where it is very hard to get rid of traces of your accent, no matter how much you move on. Yeah, I speak the way that I speak. This is the way that I speak all the time.
all the time.
And
This is Pearl.
Well, I love the way
24/7.
Pearl speaks.
Yes. I
Y'all
love
quit lying. She's from the Bronx.
that's right. I'm actually a trucker called Dennis from the Bronx. And this is all brought to you by voice changers and ventriloquism
And dictionaries.
and
Yes.
dictionaries.
She said it's just because you swallowed a dictionary.
Are we going to pull up that live?
We
Because I
can.
think everybody should see what we're talking about.
Yes, it's probably best that we do.
We are already 45 minutes in.
If Susan is watching this, please go back and read some of the comments, because as you will see from the viewership of people here who are very astute people, most of them don't even realize who you are, Susan.
They don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, Bugsy, you did it again. Thank you so much.
Where is the live real
Jesse?
quick? While you're reading that out real quick, where's the live?
I don't know.
Hang on, I've
Mrs.
got to just grab
Fletcher,
the link.
Okay.
Georgia, Sadie for Life, Pam C, Karen Davis, EW, Rick's RN, Horsewoman 2000, Bowling with Cotton Balls. Those are all new members that were gifted memberships by Bugsy. Did I say Mrs. Fletcher? Yeah. I think that was everybody. I hope I got you all. Thank you, Bugsy.
Yes,
Susan,
and welcome.
just as a little aside, because I'm not sure if there's going to be a good moment to throw it in, if anybody in the UK needs to report any information of a suspected crime to the police, please do so. Don't bring that to YouTube. I think everybody who has heard me speak has heard me say that so many times, because surely the investigation and the prosecution thereof should be more important than some clout gathering on YouTube for most people. But that's all you have to do, Susan, or your little hangers on, is pick up the phone, call the police in your area, report the crime, and let them investigate it. That's all you have to do there. It is very simple.
Absolutely. Okay, this is my downloaded copy of this live, so feel free to put it on private if you feel that you want to play games.
Yeah,
this is
because
under
it's
fair
too late.
use. This is under fair use for education and commentary purposes, and also the right of reply.
Yes. And I skipped ahead about 3 minutes because it's
Yes,
a
because
very
it's got
long.
quite a long intro.
Yeah. And then at the beginning, she kind of talks about her internet this and internet that. So here we go.
Some other things went down, so yeah. So no, I hope Dreyer experience isn't about narcissists and stuff like that, because that's not what we would like it about. Hey Zane, how you doing? So I'm probably not going to sound too long, but for those who thought I left the live, no, I did not leave the live. My internet
You
went
fell
down,
off of it?
and it
You
left
fell
only
off
on
of it?
panel. So yeah. The
She got
point is,
tripped.
what we're trying to get through to people, trying to drum it into people's head more or less, is that some people don't want their unalive children mentioned. They just want to get on with it. There's a lot of people like
Pause.
Paloma.
Nobody's mentioning unalive children.
Again, that's not being mentioned. So, Susan, I'm sorry to say this. You really sound like you have no clue what's going on. Again, you desperately want it to be something it's not, and you're just going to keep being disappointed. No one is bringing up anybody's child. You people are really weird.
Right. On the live before that, Susan had kept speaking about a deceased child. I don't want to go into the details of that for very clear reasons,
Right.
but she was the person who brought that up, not me. She has tried to since make it seem like it was me. I never did. I don't play like that. Anybody who knows me, has seen me around, knows that I don't. So
Nope.
for the fact that that was even tried to become a thing, it also speaks volumes.
Unstuck. She's very fucking unstuck, I'll tell you that now. I've listened to her. But like Paloma, Unstuck. She's very fucking unstuck, I'll tell you that now. I've listened to her. And
Did
every
you
time I
really
listen to
listen,
her,
though? Did you listen to understand?
No. So who she's talking about right here is Valoma Unstuck. Susan, I don't believe, has really even ventured over to her channel. Maybe once before she started talking about this. She has some people in her ear right now. That's all this is. Susan hasn't a clue what's going on, if you can't tell.
And let me just say as well that if somebody had said, if Valoma Unstuck was a member of that channel, and somebody from over here had said, Valoma Unstuck, oh yeah, I'll make sure she's unstuck all right, you would have been going, is that a threat? Is that a threat?
Right. They sure would. They would have made
Mhm.
such a thing.
I'm thinking, where's the support group for the other Palomas? Because she's only doing drama right now. Just wondering.
What? What is the drama about, Susan? What is the drama about?
And she's allowed to speak about other topics.
Also, Valoma does an awful lot of her advocating and helping people one-on-one. Her email is the main source of her contacting people. She puts together packages for them that help them work through the grief process. She hands out information. She does lots of work that is not physically online.
Exactly.
Why you expect her? I mean, you want it both ways. You're saying that she doesn't have the right to speak for that group at all. And then on the other hand, you're saying you should be able to see more of it. Which is it?
It sounds to me like she's saying that's all she should be talking about. If you knew anything about Valoma, Susan, which you don't, you would know the work that she does off YouTube, but you don't, okay?
And people are allowed to have different aspects of life on YouTube. She can have a serious channel where she talks about serious things, and she can go on panels and have a laugh. These two things are not mutually exclusive. The idea that you have to be focused on one thing and you can only express one formalized type of emotion is ridiculous. The whole point of humanity is that we are multifaceted creatures. We are not just robots with one singular function.
Let's
No.
just talk about Valoma's name for a minute. We all know what the first part means, the Valoma. But then there's the Valoma unstuck, right? What does that unstuck mean? You know, it's about Valoma
Coming out
overcoming
of.
overcoming the deep grief and depression that she was in, and how she sort of took her life back and started climbing out of the very dark place that she was in. And Valoma talks an awful lot about that and how
Oh
she's
yeah.
done that and the hobbies that she took on and the various things that she's done, including talking with other Valomas and helping them with support
Yeah, and
when
helping them
requested.
become unstuck.
Right.
So that grief isn't the absolute focus of their life, that you can honor your loss and honor someone's life without actually giving up your own. And that's part of what she's talking about. And she isn't just focusing on the loss. And that's why she looks out to keep people in her situation safe. If people are having their loss used against them, weaponized against them, that stops them being able to move on and honor the life that they've lost while living a productive and full life themselves. And that's what she wants for people. And there is an element of one of the people who is most reactionary against this now is possibly one of the people who is most stuck. And Tony, I genuinely wish you nothing but the best. And I don't understand why you have suddenly got this obsessive attitude that you were being used or money was made off your son or all this sort of thing. It's just ridiculous.
Hi,
I
John Davis.
enjoyed. Hey, John Davis. I
Hey.
enjoyed some of your channel very much until it just got out of hand and it was so difficult to hear you so broken.
Yeah.
And if you are working in recovery, then I wish you nothing but the best. But I don't believe that the people who are around you now give a single goddamn fuck about you.
Amen.
You are just a convenience to them. And they're going to be offended by that. And I frankly don't care.
No.
You attacked this woman over and over and over again for months on end. And we certainly haven't. So how we suddenly became the bad guys, I don't know. And if that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. That's fine with me.
Fine with
And
me.
Susan and Tony attacked each other too. It was
Yeah,
a whole attack
should go
triangle.
Right?
I mean, you don't need to go in and chat. Just need to sit back and watch. She says she's a support channel for other Blomas. I'm asking her, where is that happening? Because I haven't seen it happening in the last, I would say a month or two. Easily. You know. Sorry, Tony. Shout out to Tony. The internet went down. Don't know why, but it happens every now and again. We'll get back onto it, obviously. You know. That happens. But yeah, everyone's welcome in. I can see 22 people looking at me. I hope you stay strong, Susan. Don't let this YouTube bullshit get you down. You're better than this. Don't let other people's bullshit come. Yeah, thank you, Dra. I
Susan,
appreciate that.
I
really
hope
do.
you get strong. Stay strong. You're not strong yet. You need to get strong.
You know, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm only out for like I'm only looking after, we would say, 3 people right now. In my mind, my daughter, my son, and myself. Because guess what? There's no one else. That's the truth. There is no one else. There won't be anyone else. I do what I have to do. I do it alone. Sorry about the internet going down, but my internet went down for a brief period of time. And I'm like, damn, my life is still open. But you know, look, I get what Tony wants to say. Tony wants to say, don't bring me into it. Leave Gavin be.
Oh, Susan
Again.
mentioned a child again.
Again, we're not the ones bringing this up, but someone else keeps bringing it up over and over and over, Susan.
And this isn't about just Tony. It's not about just Paloma. It's about keeping a very strong barrier that even if you have a very strong dislike for someone, the last thing that you should bring into that little battle is such a very deeply personal loss as the death of a child or a sibling or a partner. That stuff should be off limits. Most of us here agree on that without having to have it. Doesn't need to be a team meeting, a discussion. We all agree on that. Why is that so difficult for certain other people to do? I don't understand that.
Thank you, Heather. Yes, Tony and Susan are the only ones continually talking about it. It's insane to me how they try to drive this narrative that it's everyone else. It's insane.
And I mean, Tony's totally entitled to talk about
Yes.
her son and her experience with all of that all she wants. I'm not telling Tony that she shouldn't. She should do whatever she feels she needs to do. But Susan saying that we are doing it, or that Paloma's doing it, or that anybody else is doing it, that's not what's happening.
Well,
you're listening to somebody tell you something that just isn't the truth.
Exactly. That's all that is. Susan has no clue what she's talking about right here. I promise you, as I'm sitting right here, Susan has not a clue what somebody pumped her up before she hit live again. That's all that happened.
Limey, I send you nothing but the best. I'm aware of you from seeing you on Veloma's channel, so I can probably guess exactly what it is that's rocking you. And I wish you strength, my friend.
I don't know, but the same. I wish you all the strength.
It's like you are all who matters. This is not YouTube drama. Stay strong. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cookie. My internet went down. That's why I ended up getting knocked off, actually. I didn't just jump down. I would never do that in my own life. But I seen Pearl's comment as well. Pearl, let me tell you.
For those that can't understand her, because she is hard to understand, and for me, it's not the accent, it's just her. She's saying Pearl. So what she's about to do is address Pearl. Just wanted to give that disclaimer.
There's so much, you know what, I'm better off. Sometimes when it's, I don't want to say that, fuck it, leave it. Pearl, I see you for what you are. I'm sorry, honey, but I do. If all the American people are fooled by you, guess what, girl? I'm not. Sorry. I'm not. I live in UK just like you do. You know, you might sound like
can you stop a second? Can you stop a second and go back just a couple of seconds when we start again? She's saying here that she's watched me and she sees right through me. I don't quite know what she means by that, but I'm fascinated to find out, Susan. I would love you to tell me exactly what it is about me that you see.
And what what
I've
does
got
the
the
fact
Americans fooled.
Yeah, you
right,
got us fooled.
what does the fact that she also lives in the UK have to do with anything? I mean, is I don't understand.
I'd
But
never.
UK people are all exactly alike. We all look alike. We all
Oh,
sound
just like us
exactly alike.
Americans,
Yes, that's
we're all
right.
the same,
The
all the same
American
accents.
accent.
Me and
I,
Soup have the same accent, right?
I
No.
think even
Exactly.
in that live, she even said the internet went down in the UK. And I was like, well, no, my internet was fine. Pearl's
My
internet
internet
was
was fine.
fine.
I was in
A
the
lot of
chat
other
waiting
people I
for
was
you.
talking to, they were fine. So no, that's a you problem, as somebody would say. That was definitely not a countrywide problem.
She probably
Right.
got tired of talking to Tony and said, you know what? I'm going to pretend like my internet went down. Tell
I
the
want to
truth,
know what
Susan.
the supposed advantages of me fooling the Americans. Given that I have no Cash App, no PayPal, no wish list, I'm not touching people for money on the down low. What exactly is it that I'm doing and getting by
That drives
fooling
me
the
insane
Americans?
when people say that, because if you to know Pearl is to man that she goes out of her way to do things for me, for all of us, that I man
I'll say
Pearl.
this where Pearl wouldn't. Pearl is the polar opposite of Susan. Pearl
Hmm.
spends all of her time helping other people, doing things for other people, supporting other people, as you just heard a few minutes ago, even people that she doesn't really know. She has compassion for. That is a beautiful thing. For that to be turned round on a sixpence, as it suddenly has been by Susan Bennett over here, into somehow some plan of international espionage is more than ridiculous. Funny how you didn't consider that, Susan, when you played one of the jerks' videos pretty much on a loop for weeks. You are very lucky that these girls have more class in their little fingernail than your new friends do. Because,
And we
quite
had no problem
frankly,
with that. Even
you've
though
left,
you were getting money off that and we weren't.
right?
Uh, that didn't bother us. If it made you happy in a point when you were very unhappy, I was
Right?
absolutely fine with that. If it made you laugh, then good. I've got no axe to grind with it. Financially, it doesn't bother me. I just wonder quickly, something has crossed my mind. I know that Susan currently has a cough, as Susan often does, because she has breathing sort of issues. And people are going to say, how can you say something to Susan when Susan is ill? Susan was on twice last night, so she's not that ill. I've got a hole in my side.
Yeah.
We can swap symptoms all day long if you want. Just because I'm not constantly talking about being in pain or having difficulties or what's going on with my health doesn't mean that I'm fighting fit. I just don't choose to dwell on it. So yeah, we're on a pretty even pathway there. So that is not an issue here. I am
Nope.
speaking out because I've waited to address you on your channel, come to your place, speak to you face to face politely, and you have just given me the cold shoulder. So fine, I am not going to let this hang in the air with you talking bullshit about me. I will speak on it.
Yep. We all will.
Yep.
But it doesn't wash with me at all. It really don't. Sorry. I see people for what they really are. And I like this. What I do is I study.
She
I'm
does
brilliant. I'm
not
very good
see
for
people
studying.
for who they are. Because look at who's in her ear. I'll just say that. She doesn't
I
see it.
study a lot of people, especially when I'm quiet on the YouTube streets. You won't see me, but I lurk. Yeah, I do. And I'll watch and I'll watch. And I'm thinking, fucking hell. That's all I can say. And did the jerks they put on subscriber mode when they were bursting out, he's in the air. We all know that shit. They ain't stupid.
Are you sure you're not stupid while you sit there with subscribers mode on? only.
I demand proof that she isn't stupid. I demand proof. Where's your proof?
Citation needed.
You are so obviously being gassed up right now. It's ridiculous. At this stage in the game, Susan, you should just say, somebody's in my other ear telling me what to say. This is how dumb this sounds. And another thing, if you study people like you say you do, you failed. Okay? You failed miserably. Study some more.
I'm going to say something now, and it's going to be cruel because I have had enough. If you truly studied people, Susan, you'd be a better liar.
That part too.
Boom.
Yep.
Because this sucks.
That's why you got your numbers. I couldn't give a flying fuck. Anyways, either way. Welcome in, sweet as Candy welcome in. Did I even put this damn thing on subscriber mode? I don't know.
Welcome in.
I don't know fucking trolls coming into me. I get enough trolls to
Can you pause there a wee second? That whole comment about the trolls, for days, weeks, months even, Susan comes on live stream and begs for trolls to come into her channel. Then a troll will inevitably end up either in the chat or the dreaded backstage of it all in the back chat, and saying things that will upset her. It's a very strange thing to do for somebody who has been so ruthlessly attacked or hurt by these people to then start to issue a challenge to them to come in. That's the very reason Susan claimed to have subscribers on for the longest time, and yet she doesn't understand why anybody else does the same thing.
I
Weird,
didn't
right?
know that she does that. That sounds like a purple move.
Yep, same stuff, exactly the same. It's so sad to watch.
They study the same playbook.
Yeah, the same handy dandy notebook they share.
I think Jenna's the instructor.
Oh God! Oh my word!
Save
Oh
yourselves.
my word!
pretty sure it is. This is the second live now, but only because the other one went down. Check this one. Yeah, it's on subscriber mode, so yeah, it's good. Yeah, sorry, welcome back everybody. I'm sorry, the internet went down. It just like boom, knocked me off straight away. No, Dre, I don't wish any ill health. As I said, look, this is YouTube, right? I don't wish any ill health on anybody, but I feel in my heart that it's getting to a place where it should not be gotten to. I just feel that. I mean, I genuinely do. I think people are crazy. Not crazy in a crazy way, but they're leaving things get to people. People are even getting things to get to them in a ridiculous way. I've seen it. I mean, look, I joined YouTube quite a long time ago, way before I even had a channel, and of course, I left Facebook.
I have a quick question. She is the same lady that was on Molly Golightly's a few years ago, right?
Yeah, same one.
Oh, yes.
My God!
With the
Yep.
fake
Yes.
twin sister.
Yes. Even that guy who made puppets did the whole Irish Susan's evil twin puppet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yep. It's all coming back to me now, Susan. You should have left us alone. Wow. Susan, you pretended to have a twin sister that was the one doing whatever. Oh my God, Susan.
At least
The
Jenna
old
really
evil
had a
twin.
twin sister.
And
These are
Molly,
the days of our YouTubes.
yeah,
For
and
real.
I remember
can't.
Molly let her tell that story for a good hour, knowing
Yeah.
that she wasn't telling the truth. Really, Susan?
literally abandoned them. You could say that. and my family didn't know where I was. Well, I was over on YouTube all the time, and suddenly enough, family came in. Yeah, they did. But one person came in, bashing, and well, it doesn't. I'm not even going to go into it. What does it even fucking matter? Because I know what people are at the end of the day. I see people for who they are. I really do. I'm a very honest person. I try to be honest as I can. Have I made mistakes on YouTube? 100% I have. Yes, I have.
Record scratch. I'm sorry,
Am
what
I
was that
perfect?
again?
No, I'm not.
Oh, she's a very honest person. Very honest.
Not fake at all.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Okay. So we're all clear. She's a very honest person.
It's now established.
Yes. Lord, why do people do this? Why do they get themselves in these type of situations?
I would like a receipt on my fakery, please. I will put it on the pile of absent receipts for my criminal background.
Oh yeah, we still ain't
And my
seen that.
4 different identities. I await a single receipt from anyone.
Still ain't seen them, Pearl.
No. It's almost like they don't exist.
I hear that laugh again, we.
Like I played back on the other live. I'll just show the bare bit of where I put on. I put this live into memberships, and then we had a little wee Ewok, whatever little fucker you want to call that little
Hey!
thing.
You know
Running
her
around.
name. You little bitch. You know her name.
She said, "Hey." Yeah, we're so transparent. Pollyanna. I'm so transparent, guys.
And she decided to come in and started going at me. So like 6 hours
No, I
of putting up
didn't.
with crap.
No, I didn't. I didn't go at Susan, and I have that recording. I have all the lives that Susan has privated to hide what she did. Susan, you could play those on a loop and let people see where I supposedly went at you, because that never happened. In fact, one of the
It didn't
things I
happen.
asked you to do was to go to a doctor because I was concerned about your health and well-being, your physical health and well-being. So for you to try to translate that as me attacking you is not only a lie, it is outright a complete opposite of what happened.
And Susan, we spoke to Susan exactly how we're speaking now, in this tone of voice, this level of speaking. There was no attacking, there was no shouting. There was concern about her health, and there was concern that she was coming very close to behaviour that could interfere with the fact that there is a cease and desist on certain things for her. We was looking out for you. And instead, what you did was you attacked her fundamentally about her identity in the most disgusting and aggressive way possible. You were the exact opposite of what we was being to you. You weren't kind, you weren't factual, you weren't softly spoken, you were aggressive and hateful and cruel.
It sounds like she's not acting like herself from the times I've seen Susan. In what I saw on that live that day. It seems like she is really showing out for some people, and that's just how I'm taking it. I could be way off. It could be other things contributing to the way she's behaving, but I don't know. It just seems a little phony.
Right? It's like watching a child trying to perform to get a new group of friends, and you see
Yes.
them act all out of character, and you're like, what are you doing? That is not
Right.
you. Why are you suddenly pretending that you like football or something? You know nothing about this.
Exactly.
Right. Yep.
That's how it comes off.
Hey, Susan, just be yourself.
Yeah. Because everybody else is taken. I don't know if you've heard that before.
Kidding me? Look, there's no one going to come at me. There's no one going to do anything wrong. I've heard of my sister going in screenshotting people's Discords and shit like that. And yeah, I've heard that one too. Even before I was ever even on Discord. I've
Why
been
bring it
on
up,
Discord.
Susan? Why bring that up? Why bring that up now at this point? If your problem to go live again the second time was that your internet had gone down and you wanted to have something to say about me or Pearl or anybody, why are you bringing up your family again?
I can tell you why that's being brought up. In the same way as it was hinted that somebody was in our Discord and screenshotting and handing them over to Heidi.
Yep.
Frankly, Heidi, don't give a damn. Have at it. The implication here is that Jessie is the person doing this. That's
Yeah.
what they're trying to imply. And the aim is that we will believe that and we will kick Jessie out and make Jessie unwelcome in another area.
Mhm.
It's not going to happen unless I see for myself genuine receipt of some sort of sketchy behaviour. Jessie is welcome in the Discord, as is any other paying member.
Yep.
I am not going to do some sort of bullshit reactionary behaviour because you're trying to lead me down that path. I am not that person.
We're
These
not
people are
trolls
not those
like
people.
that.
We're not those girls.
No. And I'm going to say
Guys,
this again. I said it in the Discord the other day after Heidi gets things wrong all the time. And I think she probably did that on purpose. But just to give another disclaimer, a public service announcement. I'm not saying there is, but if there is anyone in the members Discord, all that's going to happen is I'm going to hurt your friends' feelings, because anything I say in there, I'm okay to say it out here. So I don't know. I might make it worse. I just want that to be known. I'm only
Same.
going to hurt your feelings. Yeah.
Look, this was done to us once before, way back in Ziggy's Discord. We had a watch party and somebody recorded it and recorded the comments that were going on in the general chat and handed it over to Purple. And Purple broadcast it on a live. And I had no problem with any of that, apart from the bit where the private photograph of a family member and their full face and their name was put on a live because you couldn't be bothered to edit. And then you tried to tell me, even though the comment identified that person as my family member, that it was a meme. I won't go into all the ins and outs of what happened after that, but apart from that photograph, I laughed like hell at every single comment of ours that you read out. I wish your delivery had been better. Your timing sucks. Your
Yeah.
comedy delivery was killing every single blaster of a line that the people in that watch party were coming out with. And there were some fantastic ones.
oh yeah.
There were.
Didn't regret a single thing, would say it again. The same with this Discord. I stand by what I say, not a problem for me.
Yeah. So again, like if there's anybody thinking, oh, I'm going to get some juicy details on these people, no, you won't. It's not going to work like that. We're not stupid. And I warned you, I might hurt your feelings. So keep that in mind. But other than that, Discord's been fine.
For the last month. So that's the kind of people we're dealing with. Snakes in the grass, if you know what I mean. I know that. Y'all know that. Y'all gotta wake up, smell the fucking coffee, and cop the fuck on, because Tony doesn't not want her child brought up in Paloma. Paloma's. She says she's a channel that helps people with grief.
Well, somebody tell us ding dong again that nobody is bringing this up but her. Let me hush.
Well, in all the lives I've seen so far, they've been nothing but fucking drama. So make that make sense. I don't know. Is it me? I don't know. Is it me?
Yes.
It is actually.
Yes, it is you, Susan, on this score. You and your
Yeah.
new band of merry friends.
That's what
It
I was
is
about
you.
to say. Yep. Your little friends that are lying to you.
Because the proof is in the pudding when you look at it. So I'm thinking, Okay, she's doing drama. So where are all these grieving mothers at? That's what I'm wondering. And then she's plucking at straws, which really shouldn't be plucked at, and it's just fucking ridiculous. Really, it's I've never seen so much bullshit in all my life. It's really it's gone beyond of the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And Paloma, honey, I would say this to your face. I'm a person who's watching in.
Susan, I hope you keep that same energy because you'll go live again and a link will be dropped. And you never know who may hit that link. So keep that energy, please. Okay? I want you to remember what you said. And if you forget, I'll remind you.
I never comment on your chat. I never go in and say hello, but I'm a standbyer watching what you're doing, and everything I've seen so far is all drama. So I'm wondering, where are all these grieving moms? I heard you said about Laura.
The
She's a
nerve.
friend of mine, actually.
This is wrong.
The
No,
nerve
because
of her. Oh my God, go ahead.
no, go on, Nev, go on.
No, you, Tango, tell us.
No, just where are all these grieving moms? Bitch, have
Right.
you seen the chat?
They're
She
all
probably
over
sees
YouTube.
4 of the chat. Ugh, I can't. Go ahead.
The subject that Susan's about to describe is an episode that most people have maybe only become aware of recently, but it was a topic of discussion between Veloma and Bombshell. And now Susan is going to retell it of how this comment was supposedly made against Laura, Susan's good friend Laura, and how she knows all about the thing. Well, you don't know much when you don't even know the person that it was relating to even start with.
Who's Laura?
You know Laura.
QV.
Laura!
Oh, the same. Oh, I wasn't sure. No.
But yeah, they're good friends apparently, so she knows all about it. So wait to hear this wee story. It's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
That she hopes she wraps her car around the tree. So, who in the right mind would say that shit? And then she's on another live, and she's laughing like a fucking hyena. Hyena. She says she drank too much sugar. Yeah, I drink a lot of sugar. It don't do that shit to me.
Susan, it's that other shit you're sipping. Okay? I wouldn't worry about Veloma and her Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's about the fermented stuff that Susan drinks that makes her talk weird.
Susan, I have heard some of the stuff you've done on your live stream. I wouldn't be talking about somebody laughing hysterically. Okay, that's nothing. Susan, girl. Shh.
I don't believe that shit for 1 minute. Sorry, but I don't. God, if I thought sugar would do that to me, I'd be drinking. She drank a bottle of Mountain Dew, apparently. Okay? Believe that? Nah. Yeah, right. Anyways.
It's funny, you know, that people who are generally hyperactive, when they take sugar, it hypes them up even more. I don't really think that you fit into that category, Susan. I do believe that Veloma does.
And whatever beverage you're drinking, Susan, is not Lucozade. It's not a sugar-based beverage, as you would term it. It's obviously coming with a metal screw top for a start. It alters your behavior quite dramatically, your method of speech, your thought pattern. You become maudlin, depressed very quickly. Maybe you should try Mountain Dew instead. Maybe give that a go.
Flip flop.
I recommend it.
I don't listen to Susan. I have, like, if I see 50 people in her chat. I'm like, I wonder if something's going on. So the times I have watched, whoo, girl, it's a whole mess.
Yeah, I don't normally watch either unless I see people saying, "What the hell is going on?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I gotta take a look."
Yeah, but I don't ever get involved. I've tapped in her chat maybe once or twice during a live stream because there's a few times I thought Susan was actually funny and charming, but I'm not. I just don't frequent over there.
People saying, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't believe that Paloma is a grief channel because I've been watching her for weeks right now, lurking obviously, and she's been doing nothing but drama. And I'm wondering, where are all these moms who, lost their babies? Where are they?
Susan, I didn't know these moms had to come knock on your subscribers only and hit subscribe and say, "Hey, I'm from Valomas and I'm a Valoma." What are you talking about, Susan? You are.
I've said before, I'm a Valoma. I'm in Valoma's chat. I'm proud to know Valoma. I'm one of those mums without one of those babies, Susan.
Yes, you are. And it's just very strange to me that she is asking that question. Where are they? They don't owe you anything, Susan, or the people in your ear that's gassed you up to do this stupid live that you should delete.
So you're trying to say you're a grief channel, and then you're doing basically you're doing all this stuff on purple, like
Even
drama.
that choice of language is inflammatory. You try to say that you are a grief channel. The thing you have missed, Susan, and your little merry band of friends, is that Valoma is not a one-trick pony. She is a very well-rounded individual, as are all of these ladies. The fact you're trying to push her into one little box shows how you think, not how she thinks. The fact her character is well-rounded enough to be able to stand up for herself says a lot about her, and the fact that you've only just become aware of it shows how deep the lack of knowledge is that you have. Valoma has been around for quite a while. And considering if we're going to start throwing rocks here about where people go into which chat and what happens where,
Yeah.
remember where you came from, Susan.
Because it just hit me again. I remember you, lady. And did you hear what she said? Who she mentioned? Let me back it up 10 seconds. Hold on. This tells a lot right here.
So how are you a grief channel? I'm just wondering. I mean, so you're trying to say you're a grief channel, and then you're doing basically you're doing all this stuff on purple,
So basically, you're a grief channel, but you're doing all this stuff on purple. Now, why would you bring that up, Susan? Again, I'll ask who's in your ear. Yeah, I see what this is about. This is why you're lost, you're confused, you're all over the place, you're not making a lick of sense because you don't have any conviction in what you're talking about. Someone gassed you up into this whole live that you just did.
like drama. So how are you a grief channel? I'm just wondering. I mean, I suffer grief in my life. I'm wondering, shall I go to Paloma and take advice from the grief stuff? I'm wondering, shall I not? When I'm looking in, I'm not talking. I don't.
Susan, not everybody's channel is for everybody. Don't think too hard about it. Maybe that's not where you should go. Okay? Don't think that hard about it. Valoma ain't searching for you. She didn't call for you. Tony, she didn't call for you either.
I see her doing grief. I see her doing drama. Okay. All right. I seen Pearl's stuff she written in my chat as well. The one who says she goes to bed every fucking time. Really. Okay. Pearl. Big shout out
Okay,
to
let
you.
me address that. I did not say that I was going to bed. I said that I couldn't come up on panel. If you regularly listen here, you will know. 1 a.m. here, I go quiet. Opticians shops open on a Saturday. Quite often they open on a Sunday. People in this house have to get up to work, and I am not going to interfere with their rest because I'm going to be arguing with somebody on a panel. I wish I did go to bed regularly. My God, that would be a bonus. That doesn't happen either. I didn't write that in your chat. Don't put words in my mouth. I am quite happy to address anyone within the hours of time that I am available. I'm not scared of you, and I'm not scared of anybody else. Seriously, I really am not.
No.
I've had too much go on in my life to be scared of what another human being could possibly do to me.
And it's such a liberating feeling. It really is. To not worry about these little Muppets on YouTube. You pump fear in nobody's heart.
We know how you got your numbers. We know you stuck on subscriber mode. We know you knew that was all coming. We ain't stupid. We ain't blind. Okay? You were the lady who said you were going to fly to America and throw your wheelchair out the plane, weirdly enough.
Pearl, do you know what I thought she said?
Yeah, go on, tell them what you thought she said, because it's even better.
That you were going to throw your weed eater off the plane. And that damn Eliza.
I saw that one.
I
Weed eater too.
drank my coffee when I opened it, and I spit that coffee out. She made a thing of Pearl jumping out of the plane with a weed eater, because when I first heard it, I thought she said that Pearl threatened to jump out of an airplane with a weed eater.
I had thought she had said Ouija the first time, like Ouija board.
Ah!
And I was like, is Pearl running a seance on this flight? Because I don't think other people have signed up for that. And it's a lot.
Shit. That's the one. That's the one I saw this.
This is the world's shittest superhero.
Comes with the weed eater.
You know, that wheelchair really don't get in her way. She does all the things.
Weed eats, jumps out of planes.
I promise you that I have never threatened to throw my wheelchair out of an aeroplane. Several things. One, how the hell would I then get off the plane and travel anywhere? I'm not the greatest crawler. I will do it when I have to, but it's not my strong suit, even though my upper body strength is remarkable. Shout out Maleficent. Sorry, under whatever troll name you said that under, but we know it's Maleficent.
Right.
Yes. I see Garlic Bread the Fraud, whatever troll name you've conjured up this week. Am I meant to be trying to sort of land on somebody's house? Is this the world's worst type of sort of bombing incident where I'm going to use myself literally as a bomb, or the wheelchair as a bomb? It's absolutely crazy. All of this is distorted from a very sarcastic cartoon advert that I made that we'll probably play later. That's where it's from. I never made any such threat.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Pearl with a weed eater.
I need a copy of that police report when it's made. I've already got the poo police report. I need a copy of the police report of a disabled lady is threatening to throw her wheelchair out of a plane. That's just going to be glorious. Please do that.
Right, Earth. They see me rolling. They hate it. Pearl put that in Discord. Anyway, that was a reach. Seriously, Susan, this is an embarrassing live stream you done. You should have put this on me. No, you should have deleted it. You really should have.
Which is a weird comment in my book for a person who's disabled. Now, saying that, I'm disabled myself, so I ain't going to make fun of that. Grief has turned into drama, attention. Yeah, well, there you go. So, Per, I'd love to have a chat with you on panel. I mean,
I've waited all day, Susan. Where have you been, darling? I literally was at 6 a.m. this morning. I said to the girls, I am clean. I am breakfasted. I have my tea tray ready. Hit me up, Susan, anytime today. I'm waiting for you. 9 p.m. this evening, I said to them, fuck this. I'm sick of waiting. Fire it up.
Do you know, in a year and a half, this is only the second live we've had because somebody pissed us off. The first one was Levity, called me baby girl, and I wasn't having it. And then the second one is Susan. Congratulations.
Yep.
Look,
it's rare.
Susan, you messed up. Look, 200 people in here right now. They could have been in your chat, but you didn't bother to go live when Pearl said, "Hey, let's have a chat."
And it's not like
you could have put it on. You could have put it on subscriber mode, Susan. Just saying.
Did she move yet?
You're a lady who's like.
Do you really think she's moving? She hasn't moved.
She hasn't moved yet. She's still telling people that she has postponed this move. She's been packing boxes since 1987. It's been a whole long process. She's paying for it all herself while conveniently omitting to tell her American friends that because of the fact that she is in social housing, the only expense Susan has is the same expense that anybody else would have. Now, if we need to go into that, Susan, where we need a full breakdown of the financials, we can make that happen. I don't want to go there. But the fact that you keep lying to people, it shouldn't be done that way.
Is this the lady that keeps trying to sell a recliner? I can't remember.
No, that was Hopi with the scooter. Remember?
Oh, okay.
My little Hopi.
Oh, yeah. I can't keep up.
Same breed.
So you swallowed a dictionary with all your big fancy fucking words. Yeah, most of the UK people, they don't really fucking talk like that.
Pearl, with all her big fancy fucking words. You horrible person, Pearl. How dare you?
Yes, I'm probably the oh no, I'd say I'm on the same level as my kids now that they've all graduated. Substantially lower level than my partner's education. But this is the way that I speak. How many people do you know, Susan, who studied English at degree level? Pretty sure that you're not meeting many of them hanging around outside the shopping centre drinking cider on a Sunday lunchtime. That's not usually what they're doing.
She's talking to people that have what do they call them? Subscribers. Okay. I'm getting silly now.
You know what the difference between us is? I wouldn't have come for you and how you behave and your level of education if you hadn't decided to throw down about it. But you chose this.
You did. You could have went a totally different route. Don't drink and listen to your idiot friends ever again. Don't drink and drive. Friends don't let friends drive. Whew. Don't let them get drunk and fire up a live stream after they listen to 3 dummies.
Do you know what would be fake, though, Susan? What would be fake is me deciding to patronise the people in this chat and the people that I've grown to love up on this panel and speak to them like I think that they're educationally subnormal 5-year-olds. I don't do that.
No, you don't. Never have.
And she tried to do the same thing with me as well, some sort of competition between myself and her daughter's recent graduation. Susan, Here's the difference, love. Before I came to YouTube, I've already had the majority of my working life. I already have my own level of recognition. I don't come to YouTube for reinforcement on my character,
Mm-mm.
on who I am as a person. I've already been there, done that. I don't need to flex it on YouTube. The fact that you thought you were going to turn it into that is sad.
This
Very
would be the
sad.
last place I would come for that, honestly. I want that in my real life. Not off YouTube. I mean, it's nice if people, you know, love you and like you on here, but this isn't where I come to flex my act. Oh God, I'm gonna sound like I can't. Nope, I'm not saying it because it ain't gonna come out right. I'm tired. Accolades, accolades.
If she really wants me to blow her mind, I could post the condensed introduction to the PhD of the PhD owner in this house, the work that they did as a researcher for a Nobel Prize winner, Peter Mansfield, Nottingham University. And that you wouldn't understand 2 words strung together in it. It's mind-blowingly complicated. I very much admire your daughter for whatever level she has attained in her education. But I would say to you, you keep swapping between it being a bachelor's and a master's. Those are 2 very different qualifications. Please pick one.
Amen. Amen.
Please.
Big fancy words and all that shit. Yeah. Okay. So she wants to buy that as well, right? These are the same ones now who had old Lolita, who was a scammer.
This is
And they
juicy.
trusted in her 110%.
This bit
Really?
gets real juicy.
Susan,
Would you-
what did Lolita scam?
They always go back to this. They're
Lolita
so
the
off.
scammer.
Yeah. They God almighty. I ain't got
Lolita was a liar, but she didn't scam us.
They always
What did she scam?
They always get confused. This is all they've got. I worry about them.
Maybe if you cracked a few pages of that dictionary you keep talking about, you would have a slightly better range of words to choose from. You keep choosing the same one to describe multiple different things. A scammer was not the thing Lolita was. She lied to people. It's sad. We still have love for her. It is sad. It's a whole complicated situation.
And it's just so weird to me, the reaction from some of these idiots. I'm not explaining it again. It's been explained too much.
And Lolita didn't like you, Susan.
No.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So don't worry about her being put out or whatever. She didn't like you, Susan.
No. God, she never even wanted to cover you. Like, no. Not saying that and like you're beneath her or anything. It's just she didn't have anything for you.
And they dumped her and they left the girl and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's not my business, but you know. And then decided to call themselves the Jerks. And
It's
they
not
had
your
like,
business, but you're talking about it.
subscribers. They went from 8 to over 2,000 odd because they busted out Heels in the Air.
Oh, she's really watching our sub count, right?
Boy, they are watching. They are watching.
Wow.
Wow. That's cool though. Yeah, we're cool like that, Susan. What do you think? Yeah. What?
Can everybody in the chat wave to the screenshot team, please? Hey.
Heidi's copping screenshot team. Hi. Lord, this is weird.
I've heard they've hired cults now.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do the screenshots.
All the tiny horses.
All the tiny horses.
All the tiny horses.
And all the tiny brains.
There's my wave.
Wave. For that,
They're
right?
all wave.
It wasn't a shock to them. Of course, JLR. Which is very
I tell you now, Susan, I wish that you were correct on that. I wish it hadn't been a shock to us. That was a devastating couple of days just thinking about it now.
Yeah. It was
You've got no
draining.
idea. You have no fucking idea.
Not a clue. I mean, it was draining. It was shocking. We thought we were going to tank our channel. We didn't give a damn. We were going for it.
We left our channel. We left. You know, I mean, and the emotional shit that we went through in that 3-day period. And on top of that, we had 3 days to build a new channel.
Yep.
Everything from scratch and have an explanation ready for everybody.
Yeah, because we weren't
3 days.
Yeah. We weren't going to treat our subscribers like they're dumbasses, because they're not. You don't just pretend. I know you noticed that we're not with the circle anymore. We're just the jerks, but never mind that. What? God.
He's all mind you. Drop down some stuff in there to discordant. Just throw it up again. I'm pretty sure he'd be still struggling with.
Did she say that we were just whores? What the hell?
I don't know.
That tickles me.
Go back. I want to hear that.
I think we need a replay.
Well, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
With your subs right now, because you dropped down some stuff in there to discordant. Just throw it up again.
No, she said they dropped some stuff in their Discord. That's all I could understand. But nobody. Yeah, somebody in our Discord brought us a news story that they had seen and said, "What do y'all think about this? You think it's true?
May
You think
Hazel
it's
actually
BS?"
outed herself at the start of this show when we highlighted the comment. May Hazel was following the Zav Girl autopsy story.
Yep.
And she was following that on Twitter to see how far it was going, because at that point it was becoming international.
Yep.
And she noticed while searching on Twitter that there was a independent news source claiming that Zav Girl was not the first YouTuber in true crime to leak autopsy photos, and named Heels in the Air. May Hazel brought it to our Discord and said, "Whoa, this sounds a bit off. What do you think of this?" I looked at the so-called independent news agency and discovered that their masthead declared that their main journalist was JLR.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back into the Discord and said, yeah, debunked. This is a load of JLR bullshit.
Right.
And somebody else said, hang on, what about this other tweet about her? And I said, I'm going to have a look. Let's see what we can see. You know, at the best we can debunk it. And if not, then there might be a story here. And that's how it all started. That's the sum total of JLR's involvement.
That was it.
Get the story right. Stop trying to take our hard work from us. We worked bloody hard on this.
Yes, we did. Trying to debunk it at first. But you know what? They want it to be something else so bad that a simple God, what is wrong with me? Am I having
explanation? Now I couldn't say it. You
have God, it's not enough for them. It's like, nope, that can't be it. We've got to turn it into something more salacious. I am so sorry to disappoint you all, but it's not. We've explained.
Guess what, Susan? Sometimes we hear stuff and people say stuff and we check it out and we're like, yeah, it doesn't look like it's true. And you never, ever hear about it because we don't spread something that isn't true.
And I found the same things, but in a different method, because I had been searching on YouTube for something else. So a video and then multiple other similar videos had popped up. I went searching to see what that was, to try to understand it, because that is my curse, to try to understand things, to try to get
a lot of people were. We didn't know it at the time, but once it started getting out, other people were looking into it as well.
Right. And I never brought that to you guys. I think every one of you would be able to say that. I never came to one of you guys and said, hey, this is the thing. We need to do this. We need to put this out there. Not a jot.
I think a lot of people were starting to discover the same thing, and nobody wanted to be the first person to cross the threshold of it, because she's a big channel in comparison to most people in this sector, and she was popular. and it could rain down an awful lot of grief on you. Her connection with other bigger channels, the whole complication of being involved on the sidelines of a court action. But some things can't wait. You can't just find out this thing about someone and sit on it for a year because they're mentioned in some sort of strange lawsuit.
Right. By proxy. It was so weird. Yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, we had discovered it and was looking into it. A lot of people, once it started getting around, other people were like, yeah, I've noticed, I paid attention, I've been looking into it as well. And I think so, Chris. So either I'm really tired or I've been watching too much of them.
Yeah, you're dropping subscribe an awful lot.
Well, I said that on purpose. Subscribers. Yeah, I said that on purpose.
I'm pretty sure they'd be still struggling with their subs right now because, well, you might notice that all the subs are being put all over the place. You know what I mean?
What?
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what she
What?
means.
Our subscribers are being put all over the place.
Where are we putting the subs? Who's been sticking subs in the
Who's
back
been
room?
hidden?
I've been hiding them in the basement. Sorry, guys.
Is that where
Not,
they're?
as long as it's not Perp's basement, I guess it's okay.
What is she talking about? For real, I am thoroughly confused. I feel like I'm dizzy listening to her. I have no clue what she's talking about. And I don't think she does either. So there's that.
To me, I don't give a flying fuck about subs, to be honest. I mean, I love subs.
Liar. Liar, liar, liar. Your pants are on fire. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know what our sub count was and what it is now.
And let me say
You're
this.
a liar.
Let me say this. I get so sick of you idiotic YouTubers that say that you are not here for clicks and views. Why'd you make a channel? Why did you make a channel? So nobody would watch it? So nobody would click on it? That sounds so stupid when you say it out loud. I'm not here for clicks and views. So you just made a channel so nobody would watch it.
Yeah.
I came here to entertain people. I came here because I enjoy this. I came here because I enjoy this camaraderie I have with the jerks, with the subscribers. It sounds so dumb. Listen to yourself. You're just here for clicks and views. Well, it helps.
I have a slightly different take on that last bit where she said that she doesn't give a damn about the subscribers. To me, that's very patently obvious, Susan, that you don't.
Yeah.
Because you treat
She
people
treats them
so
pretty bad.
badly. The way that you have treated people who have done nothing but love and care and support you, even whenever you have stood in enough poop to last a lifetime, you have treated them in a level that is beyond disgusting. That shows how you consider those people. That's your responsibility.
Exactly. And is it just me or does that sound stupid when YouTubers say that? It's like Mr. Ballin. Do you think that he researches all of these stories that he researches, edits, puts these wonderful storytelling clips together for him to come on and say, now, I'm not comparing us to him. Hell no. But you know what I'm saying. You get the gist. And for him to say, yeah, I don't want clicks or views. That's not what I'm here for. What? It sounds, I don't get it. I mean, that's not the only thing you come here for, but it definitely doesn't hurt. It's like a cable channel. They don't come on hoping nobody watches. It's ridiculous. Stop saying it. You sound dumb.
That's the whole point of you being there.
What I have is what I have. It is what it is. And, you know, that's life.
Okay.
You know, and I'm sorry that my internet knocked off and literally knocked my whole damn chat off.
All right, you said that five times.
It is what it is. I mean, oh my God. What can you do? You know, that kind of way. But I told you up there. And no, I come out. I didn't fall down the toilet. The internet boot me out. Happens every now and again. But it happened to me when I was right in the middle of a live. Can you imagine that? But yeah, we were having a good conversation until the internet put me out and stuff like that. And for the lurkers looking in the background, hello, welcome in. I mean, I'm gonna call shit out, and I don't give a flying damn what people may think about that. But the truth of the matter is, heels in the air. But yeah, JLR dropped something in their Discord, and they're in with that, and they made sure to put on subscribe promote.
Receipt, please.
So the moral of Susan's story here is the jerks are bad. That JLR dropped it in their Discord. They put it on subscribers only mode. Yep.
And
bad.
we ran with it.
Yep.
So JLR is like the relay, and it's like some kind of relay race we're running with this.
Oh, and also her internet kicked her off.
Her internet kicked her off.
Yeah, if
for
you
the
didn't hear that. Yeah.
50 millionth time.
You were tired of listening to Tony. Now tell the truth. I would have done it too. You know, you didn't want to be rude, so you just, yeah, I'm going to pretend my internet went out. I get it, Susan. You ain't going to lie.
But anyway, I hope Tony and Jackie are doing well. I just wish people well. People are not really liking me and Tony right now because we decided to forgive a person.
I don't like you.
Because it works this way.
That's not why, though. That's not why I don't like you.
Yeah, that's not why, but I see the reach, I see the angle, and it kind of sounds good to you, but you know better than that. I don't like you because
it's just like Purple and Tony trying to say that I didn't like them over some can of beans or something the other day. This sounds just that absurd. It's your behavior, Susan. That's why I don't like you.
Yeah, that's simple. Nothing else. And Susan, you'll be a one and done. Trust that. We don't do that purple stuff where we're going to talk about you for 18 years. Hell no. So you don't have to worry.
You're not very interesting.
This 25 minutes has already seemed like a full day of work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it has. I am going to go quiet in a bit, so I'm speaking now while I still can, because I don't speak after one, Susan. Not because I'm trying to dodge or dive you or Purple. Would happily speak at the convenient time. I will carry on listening, and if I've got some point to make, I'll make it in the chat. But there's only a few minutes to this left, and I can't believe that we're going to get any fascinating new nugget of information. Ladies, can you play the whole jumping out of an airplane video before we end that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we play what?
Her jumping out of the airplane.
The folding chair
promo.
threat video. That's where the whole throwing out of an airplane comes from.
Where's it at?
It's in our things, in our videos. The other thing I'd like to play is the Mr. Vlogger. I dropped the link in our Discord.
The Evil Twin series.
The Evil Twin Mr. Vlogger video.
All right, give me just a minute. Oh.
And to make it clear, a lot of us already knew about this whole evil twin situation, and we still tried to be kind to you, Susan. We still tried to have some sort of a online relationship with you in whatever way you want to term that. The fact that it wasn't good enough for you or somehow didn't meet your standards, I am sorry. But I tried my best. A lot of other people have tried their best, and you have treated so many like dirt that it's at a level now where I have stopped.
I'm just not willing to co-sign your lies, Susan, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not.
That's my thing too.
I'm done being a better friend to people that don't extend the friendship, that say one thing to you and then treat you completely opposite for no reason the very next time they go live. Done with those people. What
am I
is that in the
hearing?
background?
Are we going to play Pearl's video? Is it up?
I'm looking. Give me just.
Oh, okay.
I can play Pearl's video while you get the. Are you getting
Yeah.
Mr. Vlogger ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll play Pearl's video. Hang on. Let me grab
It wasn't coming up in my history for some reason.
All right.
Oh, shit.
It was a normal summer's afternoon in the middle of England. I was sitting in the garden with my old friend, Foldy. We go way back, but that's a story for another time.
Tonight on News Update. Reports are coming in of an audacious escape from a prison vehicle outside the Old Bailey. 2 suspects, believed to be notorious brothel keeper Miss Pearl de Vere, and her right-hand chair and enforcer, Foldy, escaped when.
Anyway, Foldy and I sat together in the garden, enjoying the late summer sunshine. We were surrounded by the gentle sounds of the local wildlife. An aggressive pigeon rustled in the bushes as it attacked a bag of Cheez-Its. Then, later, enjoyed a friendly fight over a wrench with a neighborhood magpie. Our peace was suddenly broken by a message from a friend, informing me of some shocking news.
And that's Pearl, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Pearl
Okay.
de Vere.
Okay, because she's the one who was in a chat that made a physical threat to someone throwing a chair at him and shit. And hers was a very legit physical threat. That's what she does.
Damn it, Foldy, I think they're onto us. Onto our diabolical plan to launch Operation USA, a top-secret hit list of YouTubers we plan to visit in person. All their information at our fingertips through the power of, insert technical mumbo-jumbo here. Oh shit, if they've discovered our secret plan we have to act fast. Come on Foldy, get those legs into gear. There's so much to do, but luckily I have a spare $5,000 that I've put aside especially for internet vendettas. We'll need a list. Grab my passport. Oh, and credit cards. We'll need to book our flights. Then pick up our tickets and check our visa details. We'll need to organize hotels, obviously. Then there's that all-important medical insurance, a car rental, and finally all our personal essentials in a nifty set of luggage. Okay. That's all our luggage in the car. Let's get started with that 2-hour drive to the nearest international airport. It will all be worth it. Look, I'm making Foldy fly already. The obligatory 2-hour wait in the airport while they decide if they have a suitable wheelchair for you after making you put yours in the luggage. Then we're away. Flying through the fluffy clouds on England's favourite airline. A mere 8 hours later, we're coming into land. Let's do this. Alright, enough of this foolishness. Here's what actually happened. At the start of August, during a live with 6up Media and her amazing son JBT, there was a discussion about the fight on the Alabama dockside. A fight where, in the midst of defending a black dock worker from a crowd of angry white people, someone picked up a folding chair and joined the fight. The chair quickly became a meme. A new meme that played into a famous old saying, and I stupidly forgot that, devoid of humor or any cultural awareness, people who have an issue with you will deliberately take your comment out of context. A very old saying suddenly seemed to be newly appropriate to the moment, and, thinking I was being funny, I wrote the saying in the chat. You can imagine what happened next. Yes, even though this saying is nearly a century old. Even though this saying is all over every product you can imagine and used by many drag artists.
Some people just need a good old-fashioned high five. In the face. With a chair.
People who weren't even a part of that conversation suddenly decided that was a threat against them. The panic. The outrage. The fake commitment to the idea that I would spend days of my time, and thousands of pounds of my money, in order to fly to America, with my folding chair sidekick, and carry out very real violence against people that annoy me, a bit, on the internet. Are you out of your tiny minds? Wait, you don't need to answer that one. Let me reassure you. The scary old English woman, in a wheelchair, can't get you through the screen. She can't open up a portal through the World Wide Web and slip through, with her life-threatening folding chair, straight into your basement. Her gang of hand-trained ninja assassins are a myth. A supervillain folding chair in a cape is not going to swoop down upon you as you shop in your neighborhood. But, let's be honest. You know that. Your response to these supposed threats is as fake and overdramatic as the story about Foldy and I escaping from prison. We never went to prison. We were found not guilty by a very pleasant, and relatively inexpensive to bribe, jury of our peers. So, I hope we all understand each other, and the silly game that being played. You're welcome.
You're well
Shout out. Shout out to Pearl.
All right. Now I have this pulled up. Hey, the Jab. Hold on. How are you doing, hon?
I saw she just had a video go out
The
about
Jab.
Zig. My response to the situation is Ziggy calling me a POS.
Can
wow.
somebody drop her link? Because I want to watch that.
When a hater accidentally snuck in. Don't worry, princess, don't worry. I'm Irish Susan's evil twin. Molly, I know you're watching. Your merch. Everyone here in my village here in Ireland hates your merch. We're sending all our merch back to you. We want our money back for that cheap merch. Nobody likes it. Nobody's wearing your sweatshirts anymore. The cheap sweatshirts. Molly, we hate those coffee cups as well. They're the worst coffee cups ever. The logo falls off in the dishwasher. Okay? Molly, those key chains are shit. We don't even lock our doors here in our village. Okay? We don't even have cars. Molly, why do we need your shit keychains, Molly? Princess, Molly doesn't like you. She's always talking smack about you, Princess. You know, Princess went live in the men's room. looking for the ghost of George Michael.
Oh my God, I remember when he went live in the bathroom.
Princess was live in the men's room looking for the ghost. I'm Irish Susan's princess. I'm Irish Susan. Evil twin. I'm back again.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm back again.
I think I remember Cher shouting him out a lot. Wasn't he around in the early days?
Tanga
Oh yeah,
dropped
he's
his
been around
link
for a while.
in the chat. That was Mr. Vlogger. He had some funny stuff.
He couldn't keep us straight. He was giggling doing that. Now, that was a little funny towards the end, him getting tickled.
The eerie thing about that whole little reenactment, though, is that it was very similar to how all that actually went down.
Right.
That might be a wee bit of a heads up for a certain merch peddler currently who's sending all sorts of merch to Susan. Love that. Can't wait to see that go down because we'll no doubt the evil twin will make a recurrence.
Right, faithful. That was kind of terrifying. I feel odd about them Muppets. That kind of scared me.
Yeah, he had the worst looking puppets possible.
Yes.
He worked with them.
Now that song's going to be stuck in my head.
The evil twin is back again.
Like Lip Lock's I am a cult and you must follow me.
It's better than the Nicoliner one.
Oh God, I don't want to hear it again. Nope. Oh God, yeah. I looked at his channel and he made all kinds of stuff on people in this sector. I haven't even got to look at. Well, just that one is the one I saw.
Kim's
Yeah, there's a
telling
lot
you
from
should see
here, a lot from
TM.
drama.
He
Oh,
did
he
some
does
on
one on
TM.
TM. Oh
Yeah.
definitely. All right, y'all. But I hate to, but I've got to get off here for
It's-
the night.
I think it's about that time for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming through, and shout out to all the new members and subscribers.
Thank you, subscribers.
New members and new subscribers. New members, check out our community tab if you're interested in joining the members only Discord.
You're
will find a
cracking
link.
really bad, Eliza, honey.
All right, then you give the members
Yeah.
Discord message.
Good
Yeah,
night,
we've
all.
got a members only Discord link. If you're a member, you'll be able to see it on the community wall. And we thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, we.
I think I need to go to bed.
We always appreciate having her. She told me, she said, I'll be on my best behavior. I said, we don't want you on your best behavior.
I
No,
was on my best behaviour. I'm being good, and thank you for not doing as Susan ordered you to do and shunning me from, life in general.
Never.
I
It
look forward to the police rocking up at any moment. That's going to be great. So yeah.
I can't think of any advice that I'd be willing to take from Susan.
no.
So there's that.
No,
I'm good on
none
her
whatsoever.
advice.
All right.
All right,
Good night.
everyone.
Good
Have
night.
a good night.
Have a good weekend.
That too.
Bye.
Toodles. You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.